Okay, good morning. Good morning, thanks for coming. My name is Domenico and I am your trainer. So today I'm going to teach you how to apply communication skills in the workplace. Before we start, I'd like to address a couple of things. I had a look at your profile, and so you've been working at the cafe for 10 years.
Yeah, never mind.
So like you have already some good communication skills, and but I've noticed that you never had a formal training. So I believe that this training will actually help you a lot in the workplace. You do have you left school in grade 10, and I have noticed from your profile that you need improvement in digital skills. Even because in your cafe you guys always used the cash register, but they will be soon replaced with some digital tools. There will be an iPad, and so you need to have a bit of digital skills at this stage. I've also noticed that you broke your arm last year, which really doesn't help while working in a cafe. But I'm gonna teach you I'm gonna give you some skills some knowledge about how to, help you with this bit of discomfort. And it says here, you can write large volume of written text and can only do practical tasks for 20 minutes. So let's focus on this. That's okay, no worries at all. So before we start, I have to address a couple of things. First thing is housekeeping. So you can use your phone, that's fine, but just for doing some research on this particular applied communication skills. Please don't use your phone to browse on social media or stuff like that. This session will be 30 minutes only. Okay.
That was 3 seconds.
That's coffee, water is allowed. That's okay. There will be theory, but also there will be a couple of things for you to do, some practical tasks, and so I've made a bit of a reasonable adjustment to the original plan, because I just wanna it's reasonable adjusted to your needs. So I will give you some material provided. There's Wi-Fi access. Put your phone on a silent mode, please. And also at the very end, you will be going through the learner evaluation form, which is private and confidential. So feel free to, there would be part of that would be covering the training program, part of that will be covering myself. So just be yourself. It's private and confidential. Also, I need to address WHS for safety of myself and yourself. There's 2 emergency exits. One is located at the front door and the other exit is located at the back door. Please watch your steps. There's a step over there, there's a cord underneath. It's just 30 minutes, so it shouldn't be an issue. There's a first aid kit in case you cut yourself. Please just let me know. So I will be really quickly going through how to basically apply the communication skills. But before that, what's the learning objective? You need to identify communication requirements, use verbal and non-verbal skills to seek and convey information, and this is the main part of the program. So you will be doing a couple of practical tasks on that. And then we're gonna go through draft written documents that meet organizational requirements. So you know these already because you've been working in the hospitality for 10 years. you already have the knowledge. So it's very important to apply communication skills in the workplace because we want to have happy customers. You have to be friendly and respectful. You need to talk kindly to your customers. Also, the very first impression sticks. All right. So if you if you have an happy customer, what he will do or she will do, they will go to their like parents, their friends, and then
Word of mouth.
it's word of mouth. So this is the main, probably the concept, the importance of the communication in the workplace. You need to care that you need to show that you care about your workplace. So there's like lots of different things, and also you need to prevent misunderstanding, because when you're talking to a colleague or to someone who just been hired, the applying communication skills in towards someone who just started a job and he doesn't know much about it, it's all about teaching something to someone new. So if you have a good communication skills, he will be happy to learn. Okay. So standard of written information. So sticking to the first one, like identify communication requirements. So standards of written information, presentation styles, communication styles. I'm pretty sure you're pretty good at this. Like you need to be clear when you talk. There shouldn't be any slangs or value messages. The spelling is very important, especially when you have to
Do orders.
Exactly. Taking orders, but also when you need to complete some checklists like forms. So it's very important. The format and the structure, you need to make sure that you follow every single point, and it has to be completed. You cannot leave any document non-completed. There's two types of presentation styles: the formal and informal. Formal is, I would say, when you're talking to your boss, when you're talking to your supervisor, to your manager, you need to have like a formal type of presentation, and it can go through written, spoken, or a visual, or like a digital type of formal. Informal is more like a casual one. So being in a cafe, like in a like a workplace, you should be formal, or pretty much all the time. If you're talking to I would say a colleague that is close to your job role, it can be also informal, but obviously has to be professional all the time. And regarding communication styles, well, we should stick to the assertive one, which is always clear and respectful. You never want to be passive, as in avoiding opinions. Aggressive, so disrespectful, or even worse, passive aggressive when you're sarcastic. We really want to avoid that. So let's go into the heart of this unit of competency: verbal communication versus non-verbal communication. So verbal communication is the use of spoken or written words to share information. Spoken words includes face-to-face conversation, so whatever we've been doing now. Phone calls, when you get a phone call from a customer that wants you to, book a table. Meetings can be in person. Video meetings, like video calls, so like Zoom meetings, like all the different tools that we use nowadays to have a meeting. So even if it's digital, it's online, it's still part of the spoken verbal communication. And written verbal includes emails, when someone sends you an email to book a table, text messages, reports, memos, and chat messages. So when you apply verbal communication skills, make sure that you speak clearly, you use a language that is easy to understand, you have a using of correct words, grammar, and you also use effective question and listening techniques. So if someone asks you something, make sure you reply in a proper professional way. Okay? Also watch for your tone, the volume and the speed, because that's very important during the communication style. But let's go deep into your, can you just press in that button? So, okay. Let's go first to the non-verbal communication. What is the non-verbal communication? It's pretty much any type of non-spoken, like unspoken words, right? So it goes through body language, it goes to being attentive, maintaining eye contact, gestures, like lots of different things. I'm pretty sure you've been working in hospitality for quite a while. You've been applying written and verbal and non-verbal communications already. But what I have developed for you is something a bit different because you guys are moving towards digital. So your employer will give you that. This is an iPad. I've got an iPad here with me today. This is something that you will be using to take orders anytime soon. So I just want to show you how to quickly works. Okay, so for the iPad, I've seen are you okay with internet?
No, what? Yeah, this is all gibberish.
This is all gibberish for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just got my first iPad.
you got your first iPad.
Cool.
Okay. So when you are trying to connect to the internet, because I've seen
How do you connect to it?
how do
we connect to it?
okay.
Do you
So
just plug into a wall or how does it work?
okay. In order to connect to the internet, you need to go through your settings. So luckily, the iPad that you will be provided
Yeah.
will be already connected to the internet. Okay, so you don't really need to worry about it. But if you're not familiar with something, what you need to do is just going into the settings, which is this symbol here. Just trying to remember the symbol.
Is that on my device?
It's on your device. They will be on your device. And this is the Wi-Fi symbol.
Ah.
So if there's an exclamation mark, that means you're not connected to the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
But if it's black and there's no exclamation marks, that means you are connected to the Wi-Fi.
I thought that was connects with you.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
no. And also, you might be asked to to put on a password. If you don't know how to put a password, I can show you. But if that happens during the workplace, just ask your supervisor. But that shouldn't be a problem because your iPad they will be already connected to the Wi-Fi in the
That'd
cafe.
be easy for this app.
That'll be easy for you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So what you have to do, I'm gonna show you here. You pretty much have to click on. So we've got an iPad here. So this iPad will be the same that you guys will be using in the cafe. Okay. So all you have to do is to click the home button. All right, and then open Safari or Google Chrome, or what you will have to do instead is there's an app.
What is Safari or Google?
So Safari or Google, I would say two methods of searching things online, like two different
Like a Cyclopedia.
something like that.
Interesting.
So what you will have to do in this case, you will have to go on the app, which is this one here. This is called Take My Order. So with this app, you will be able to take the order without using your paper. You will be using this, and the order will be sent through the kitchen. Okay?
So is that typing or can I?
So you can type, but for your implementing of digital skills, you can use also text to voice.
I can do that.
You can do that. All you have to do an order, because this device is quite smart, you will just have to press this button here and you will make a sound. And you will hear that. Are you ready to hear that sound? So did you hear that sound?
Which
This,
one?
this one, the first one, sorry. So this first sound, that means he's recording, so you can talk.
Order.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
will it keep recording me or is it
it will keep recording you until it makes the second sound, which is this one, which means your order is done. Okay, so I'll leave you the iPad for today to practice. Okay, but let's go through the lesson first. Okay, I'm pretty sure your employer will give you an iPad to practice a lot before that. Okay, so this is the practical thing. I also can give you a copy, a paper copy of this. Okay, so I'll give a paper copy of this for you to keep. And now I just want to talk about very quickly about the non-verbal communication, which is something like I just mentioned earlier. So non-verbal communication is anything about facial expressions, body language and posture, gestures and tone of voice. So a smile, a friendly person, it means approval. It means he's happy. Like if he's frowning, he might show confusion or disagreement. So that's pretty much facial expressions. Body language and posture. So if you're leaning forward, that means you are interested and you are happy to get a feedback, for example, like a positive feedback, or like that pretty much you are showing interest and engagement. If you are, for example, crossed arms, that means that you are being defensive. You're building up a wall. You don't want that. No way. Gestures can be like nodding, like yes, I understand. All right, perfect, thank you. Pointing or waving can give directions or emphasis. Tone of voice, if you're calm, that means you have control of the situation. If you are in a rush, in a harsh tone, that means you are pretty much frustrated. You're showing anger. So we all apply this type of communication skills already. We don't even realize that. But just to make sure, I just gave you a non-verbal community activity, which is this one. So, are you okay to stick this on the wall, or do you act on the board, or you?
My arm's a bit sore. If we can not.
Sorry, I'm
My
sorry.
arm-
Your arm is sore.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can try and do less.
Okay.
Or do it together or something, or
We can do it together.
Or do something else.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do something else because you have this arm issue. I really don't want you to stress about this.
Discomfort.
That's discomfort. I don't want you to do any extra movements for today. So what I'll be going instead, I will give you the words,
Okay.
and you tell me if it belongs to image number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So bored.
4.
Number 4 exactly. Next word is angry.
Or number 1.
Number 1. Yes. Confused.
Well, that's tricky because B is 2 or 5. But minimal 5. No, 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 again. 5.
Yeah, 5. Okay. Number 5. We got happy.
3.
Number 3, he's smiling. You can tell his facial, his expressions are really happy. And then someone who's listening.
Yeah. I guess 2 is the last option.
2 is the last option, but also like look at his facial expression.
He looks more happy to me, just in my view. Or like surprised.
Yeah. So as you can see, the first one is facial expression is not really happy. It's actually pretty angry because he's screaming. He's quite interested. Number 2, number 3 is happy to listen. Number 4 is very bored, and I think number 5 is very much confused. So there's just want to make sure that you are on the same page as everyone else with the non-verbal communications. I'd like to spend a couple of minutes about the active listening as well, because it's very important to practice active listening. So when you apply this, you should never interrupt the speaker. You need to concentrate on what the speaker is saying to you, and also you should avoid any personal listening blocks. Yeah, you can encourage the speaker by like doing some murmurs or like having just showing some words of encouragement, and yeah, summarize what they said. For example, if they tell you something, you just like, oh, okay, so do you want me to do this, or do you think that blah blah blah, depends on the concept. So apply active listening. It's a very important way to make sure that the listener is being listened indeed. Always remember these 5 ways to practice active listening. Build. If you remember the word build, you'll remember everything. Build is body language. What people can see is your body language. Your level of understanding is very important. Do not interrupt. Look at them in the eyes. So always have a good eye contact with them. And last one is don't judge. Don't judge is kind of reminds me of feedbacks. So it's very important that we give good feedbacks. We're gonna speak about this shortly. So the last thing that I want to talk to you is how to write workplace documentation correctly. It's a very important part of the applied communication skills. Do you already fill up forms in your workplace?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah, I try to do towards downtime, because obviously my arms sore all that time, so I try and do it where I've got the strength.
yeah.
But I've got that arrangement with my supervisor, but yeah, do the form on the side.
Okay, so completing workplace documentation is very important because it's pretty much it's written down. So it's pen on paper. It stays on that. It's not words. So we need to make sure it's written in a professional but also easy way to understand for others. Your writing has to be clear, concise, and logical. So who's writing this? Who am I writing this for? Ask yourself so many questions during this time to make sure that you actually completing a workplace documentation correctly. And here is some examples of I'm going up. Here's some examples of workplace documentation that I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. So we have a cleaning checklist. It can be a menu. It can be an incident report. It can be a training record. Safety signs. It can be an email, like a leave form, or like a staff roster. This is all type of documentation that has to be done correctly. And in order to do so, you need to follow 3 steps, 3 logical steps, right? So the first one is plan. The second one is draft, and the third one is check. So plan is pretty much what needs to be done. For example, for the cleaning checklist, what needs to be done? It needs to be clean the floors. It needs to be clean the benches, the tables, the chairs, everything that is in the environment. How often? Daily, weekly, it also depends. Some things must be cleaned on a daily basis. Yes. Some other things must be cleaned on a weekly basis. Some other things on a monthly basis, depends. And who does it? Is it me? Is it you? Is it another learner, another employee? So you need to be clear on these. Clean tables, Maria is cleaning tables. What time? 10 a.m. I'm giving them clear instructions. And then at the end of the workplace, at the end of the checklist, always check. That's why it's called checklist, because you need to double check. Exactly. So is the spelling correct? Yes. Is it easy to read? Is everybody able to understand what I put on paper? And then you might put some, like a sign, right? You're gonna sign it, it might be an initial, it's totally fine. So cleaning checklist, as you can see, temperature log, same, plan, draft, and check. Safety signs, plan, draft, and check. So as it goes. So what I did for you, because in your learner profiles, it says that you need to improve your digital skills. This iPad will also have a sample of all of this workplace documentation. So you will be practicing on here. You will be practicing on this iPad, not just for the orders, but also for all the forms, the templates, the menu, everything will be here. Okay, but what I did for you, because you're new to the digital skills, I'll give you a very much simplified version of everything. So all you need to do is just like thick, and that's it. So your plan, what needs to be done, what needs to be cleaned, you've done it, you just press the button and it becomes green. That means you've done it.
Wow.
So it's a very much simplified version because we are moving towards the digital. So it's very important that you slowly start developing this type of skills.
And how do we keep it for health and safety checks? How do we?
It will be automatically saved.
Saved?
It will be automatically saved. Also, a copy of that will be saved on it's called iCloud, which is an online type of saving thing. So if it accidentally gets deleted, don't panic, because it will be still saved. Digital world will definitely change your life, but it will make your life much easier. So don't be too scared. It's exactly the same version of the written one, but it's gonna be on the iPad. So it's, at the end of the day, it's less work for yourself, okay? Temperature log, same thing. Plan, draft, check. Safety sign, very important. Safety first, always. Plan, draft, and design. Okay, so it's very important that you learn how to communicate effectively with others, because you need to provide a good service and a quick service. You need to be clear, you need to be respectful, and you need to help your workmates get along with each other. So you're a team leader, so this is also your job. And also, prevent misunderstanding. Lots of things that to do. And the very last thing that I want to talk about is the feedbacks, because feedbacks is a very, very important part of it. Feedback is an information that gives you, tells you about your work and your behavior. Feedbacks should always be positive. Sometimes they fall into the non-positive ones, but there's always a way of giving feedbacks. Okay, so
do the whole compliment sandwich. Good feedback.
Exactly. So the feedback, why matter? Because it helps the communication to meet its purpose. Feedback is important because your workplace, if we have good feedback, it might elevate your workplace itself with 5-star rating review. Nowadays, pretty much everything. What people do, they just go on Google and they leave a feedback. So it's very important, right? There's a types of feedback: formal, informal feedback. It can be, I think, handed to you like a written type of feedback, so you can write it down. It can be like a type of informal feedback, like a non-verbal type of feedback, like a voice feedback.
You could do like,
I have the, sorry?
you could do like customer feedback through this thing, right?
We can do customer feedback through this as well. Yeah. So probably, yeah, there will probably like, there would be some sort of app or some sort of format that you guys will be using to give feedbacks. Yeah, so I know it's a lot for you to handle at this stage, but I'm just hoping that I gave you like some initial start communication skills type of thing towards the digital world.
Yeah, it's just
So
learn that, taking into the digital world, but also learning the digital side.
yeah, so
Yeah.
take it slowly. Take it slowly. Don't rush, and I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me?
Do you, and will this have or do like more physical copies at all? Like just
I'll give you a physical copy as well of
print it.
everything
Yeah.
for you to read.
Yeah. I think that the digital side would be more. I think this one, but if your company provides any more digital kind of tips, like
Definitely do that.
let me know.
I can definitely provide that.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you very much.